Canelo Alvarez wants to fight Terence Crawford.
And I can't go down anymore. But like he say, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me.
And the Mexican fighter wants it now before Bud's rematch with Errol Spence.
He's a world champion, and I want to be a undisputed champion again.
This is the reason why Canelo reportedly destroyed Spence while he was training.
I think the way he talks, he thinks he's Superman, right? And he is very disrespect, not just with me, with everybody. And he's accomplished nothing.
The Mexican fighter was called out by Terence Crawford. Some people thought Crawford was being too bold, especially since he fights in a smaller weight class. But Crawford has been boxing for many years. He's won titles in different weight divisions. And now, he believes he's proven enough to step into the spotlight with the best of the best. So, what better way to show he belongs than by going up against a powerful fighter like Canelo? Facing someone like him would be a huge step in Crawford's journey to the top.
I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, So that fight would be good.
If the weight class is the problem, Bud isn't scared at all. He has faced tough fighters before and still came out on top. He knows what it takes to win, even against strong opponents. Bud said that if he needs to move up in weight to fight Canelo, he's ready to do it. He's not backing down just because Canelo is bigger. Bud has done this before in the past. Every time Bud moves up in weight, he finds a way to win. That's why he feels confident. He believes he can do it again, even if Canelo is stronger or heavier. The same can't be said for Canelo. When he moved up in weight before, he agreed to do it, but ended up losing the fight. That's why some people think moving up in weight doesn't work well for him. Bud looks at this and sees a big difference between them. Every time Bud moves up, he wins. But when Canelo does it, he struggles and loses. That gives Bud more confidence. If you ask Bud, he'll tell you he has a better shot at winning this match than Canelo does.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. So let's not do that, Canelo.
After being called out, Canelo didn't want to talk about it. He thought people expected him to move down in weight, and that's not something he wants to do. When reporters asked him about the possible fight, he stayed quiet. He didn't want to give a straight answer or say too much. It was clear that Canelo didn't like the idea of this match. Maybe he didn't feel comfortable with the weight talk, or maybe he didn't want to deal with the pressure just yet.
I love being there, fighting, and give the fans what they want, a fight. And, I enjoy what I do, and I still love boxing, and you can see tonight.
And lastly, for me, tonight, Terence Crawford was Turkey Al-Sheikh at the other event across town. Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turkey Al-Sheikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
When Canelo tried to avoid the fight, Errol Spence was quietly waiting for his chance. He wanted to fight Crawford again, after losing badly the first time. Now, he feels like this is the perfect time to prove himself and get his revenge. Bud is open to a rematch with Spence, but his real goal is to fight one of the top boxers today, Canelo. The only problem is, Canelo didn't seem too interested at first, so Bud couldn't do much about it. But just when things were heating up between Bud and Spence, Canelo suddenly changed his mind. He decided he wanted to fight Crawford after all. What made Canelo act this way? Could there be a hidden reason behind it? Whatever the case is, one thing's for sure. The Crawford and Spence rematch is now delayed. And just like that, Canelo's back in the frame. Everyone is excited and saying this might be one of the best boxing matches ever. Fans all over the world are looking forward to it. But even more than the fight itself, people are sharing their predictions about who will win. One person who gave his thoughts is Virgil Ortiz Jr. He believes Canelo Alvarez will win the fight. Canelo's the unified super middleweight champion, and Ortiz thinks that gives him the edge. Ortiz says Crawford is just too small to beat someone like Canelo. He feels that even though Crawford is skilled, the size difference will matter a lot in the ring. Ortiz believes that just because Crawford has gained weight and now weighs 180, it doesn't mean he truly fits in that weight class. Gaining weight doesn't always help a boxer do better in bigger divisions. He explained that in Crawford's last fight against Israel Madrimov, who is the WBA junior middleweight champ, Crawford moved up to fight at 154. But even with the extra weight, he didn't look as strong as he did before. Ortiz says that when Crawford fought Errol Spence Jr. in 2023, or even David Avanesian before that, he had more power. But at 154, that power didn't seem the same.
Here's the thing. I mean, and I can debate on this. I don't know if we have enough time, but and I know I'm going to get some shit for saying this because of me, but Crawford gets hit. He does.
Yeah.
He gets hit like everybody else.
Crawford will bulk up for the fight, but he'll still be naturally smaller than Canelo. While he will have power, he'll need to put more effort into his shots to generate it. Unlike Canelo, who can land powerful punches without trying too hard.
I would understand maybe if he fought someone of less caliber, but it's Canelo we're talking about, you know? I mean, that dude is good.
Yeah.
You know, he's been running boxing for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you're gonna say Canelo stoppage or just Canelo win?
I think it's gonna be a very clear win.
A clear win.
A clear win.
Crawford took a lot of hits in his last fight against former WBA junior middleweight champion Israel Madrimov on August 3rd last year. He came close to losing that fight. If Madrimov hadn't gassed out in the final 3 rounds, Crawford might have lost.
Crawford is a prideful guy.
Yeah,
We've seen him stay.
He is very
in there.
he's competitive. He's
He is.
prideful. Very.
He is. So I don't think he should stay there if he wants to win.
Yeah.
But sometimes the pride takes over. You're like, all right, fuck it. Like, you know.
And sometimes too, as fighters, and you know this well, like sometimes your instincts just kick in, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta fight.
Yeah.
Crawford is likely to follow the Mayweather and Bivol strategy against Canelo, staying on the move, hitting, running, and holding like they did. He knows that if he wins by decision, he'll get a rematch and make even more money. His goal will be to outbox Canelo and win, setting up a big money rematch. While it may not be the most exciting fight, Crawford doesn't have many other options. Now, it's not just Ortiz offering opinions. Jaron Boots Ennis also suggests Crawford should take a warm-up fight at 160. This would help him stay sharp and get used to being hit by bigger fighters before facing Canelo.
I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight, at like 60 or like at least at 60, just to get his body, to fill up somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up a weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now, but I think he should just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff or anything like that.
Ennis is leaning towards Canelo winning because Canelo has been fighting at 168 pounds and dropping bigger guys who are nearly 200 pounds. Canelo also has more experience and a power advantage over Crawford, who will soon be 38 years old. Crawford, on the other hand, seems to have everything working against him. His chances of winning are looking slim, especially since he has been staying inactive and not taking any risks leading up to the fight. By not being more active and staying out of the ring, Crawford might be throwing away any chance he has to beat Canelo and claim that big payday. Bud has earned huge paydays in his last 2 fights against Israel Madrimov and Errol Spence. Because of this, he might not want to take a warm-up fight. A tune-up would probably mean a much smaller paycheck for him. If Crawford decided to move up to 160 or 168 pounds for a warm-up fight, he would probably want to fight someone who isn't too tough. He likely wouldn't want to face a top 15 contender because it could be too risky for his big future fights. But what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know in the comments below.